APJ Abdul Kalam's life story. APJ Abdul Kalam's full name is Abul Pakir Zainalabedin Abdul Kalam, APJ Abdul Kalam. His life story is an example to the world that will inspire anyone. The story of how a common sailor's son became India's greatest scientist, then became a successful president will inspire hope in everyone's mind. It will help you instill the belief that if you work honestly and selflessly, you will reap the rewards. I tried to write this biography of APJ Abdul Kalam in the form of a story instead of a traditional biography like others. Welcome everyone to this tour of APJ Abdul Kalam's biography. APJ Abdul Kalam was born on October 15, 1931 in an ordinary family in Rameswaram, Tamil Nadu. Rameswaram then belonged to the Madras Presidency of British India. His father's name is Zainalabedin and mother's name is Ashiama. His elder sister Zora and brother-in-law Ahmad Jalaluddin also had a lot of influence in his life. Abdul Kalam was fond of flying in the sky from a very young age. When Kishore Kalam, who grew up on the seashore, saw birds flying in the sky, he felt the desire to fly like them in the open sky. Source: Wings of Fire by APJ Abdul Kalam. And the interesting thing is that the first person to fly in the sky from Rameswaram is the young Kalam. APJ Abdul Kalam started his educational career at Schwartz Matriculation School, Ramanathapuram. After completing his general education from there, he obtained a degree in physics from St. Joseph's College, Tiruchirappalli under the University of Madras. After completing his graduation in physics, he realized that physics was not a suitable subject for him. APJ Abdul Kalam grew up with the dream of flying in the sky from his childhood. So he decided to join the Madras Institute of Technology, MIT, in 1955. But then he did not have the qualification to pay the admission fee of MIT. Then his elder sister Zora sold her gold jewelry and gave the admission money to Abdul Kalam. While studying at MIT, Abdul Kalam would often sit for hours next to an abandoned airplane in his free time, fueling his dream of flying. Kalam was not very talented from childhood but was hardworking. Once at MIT, when the dean, unhappy with one of his projects, threatened to terminate his scholarship if he could not complete the project within the allotted time, he completed the project in 3 days. After completing his studies at MIT, life opened two paths for him. And both roads enabled him to fulfill his dream. One was an Indian Air Force job and the other was Director of Technical Development and Production in the Western Ministry of Defense. And he applied to both at the same time. And at that time he was called for an interview from two places, and the interview places were 2,000 kilometers apart at either end of India. Abdul Kalam traveled by air for the first time in his life. And to his surprise, Akash saw his native land. He returned with 2 interviews. 9th out of 25 candidates in Air Force. He was extremely disappointed. He did not go to the Air Force. But after a few days he was called to the Ministry of Defense and joined there as Senior Scientist Assistant. The story of his life's rise begins from here. Here, seeing his talent and dedication to work, he was appointed to the Indian Space Research Program. From there, he was sent to America for training in rocket science. India's rocket technology was greatly improved at his hands and he earned the title of Missile Man, Indian Missile Man. In 1998, India's first successful nuclear test, Pokhrand 2, was successfully conducted by his hands. He was awarded various domestic and foreign medals including Padma Bhushan in 1981, Padma Vibhushan in 1990 and India's highest honour Bharat Ratna in 1997. He turned 60 on October 15, 1991 and was looking forward to his retirement. The desire was to open a school for poor children, to teach them and to preserve in written form the experiences of his life, which would be of use to mankind. He was doing the same. But in 2002, he served as the President of India till 2007 based on the opinion of the 2 largest parties of India, Bharatiya Janata Party and Congress. He loved to spread knowledge among people. Loved to convey the lessons of his life to the young generation. Similarly, on July 27, 2015, he gave a speech on the habitable earth at the Indian Institute of Management in Shillong, Meghalaya. He suffered a heart attack while speaking at 6:30 p.m. IST and was taken to Bethany Hospital, where he died at 7:45 p.m. At the age of 84, this great man who sacrificed his entire life for the country passed away. He was buried on July 29 at his birthplace Rameswaram. He spent his career in the service of the country, during which time his family was a cupboard of numerous books and the love of the people of the country. The country and the people of the country were his family. It was not his turn to leave them and marry and have a family. A 7-day national mourning was observed in India on his death. As of today, if there is any mistake in the information, please let us know and it will be corrected. Don't forget to comment to let us know how you liked the article. Also, to read more such articles, visit our site and like us on Facebook.